More than 3000 years ago, ancient Vedic hymns described rivers with astonishing geographical and scientific precision. These hymns were not symbolic poetry alone. They documented real landscapes, climates, water behavior, and environmental observations. The Rigveda repeatedly mentions a vast sacred region called Sapta Sindhu, meaning the land sustained by 7 rivers. These rivers controlled agriculture, climate patterns, human migration routes, and the rise of early complex civilizations. For centuries, scholars believed these rivers were mythical because modern maps showed missing or altered waterways. That assumption collapsed when geology, satellite imaging, and climate science began revealing ancient river traces. One by one, Vedic river descriptions started aligning precisely with measurable physical river systems. We begin with the most celebrated and mysterious river, praised extensively throughout the Rigveda, River Sarasvati. The Rigveda describes Sarasvati as wide, mighty glacier-fed and flowing uninterrupted from mountains to the ocean. Later Puranas describe Sarasvati weakening gradually, fragmenting into channels and eventually disappearing beneath the earth. Historians question this because no such massive river exists today in the described region. Satellite imagery later revealed an enormous buried river channel beneath the Thar desert sands. Sediment studies confirmed the river once carried Himalayan glacier meltwater and sustained large ecosystems. Climate science shows monsoon weakening around 1900 to 1500 BCE caused the river's gradual drying. Ancient Sarasvati is scientifically identified today as the Ghaggar-Hakra river system beneath northwestern India. Number 2. Vipasa. Vipasa is described in Vedic texts as violent, fast-flowing, and capable of sudden devastating floods. Puranic accounts warn travelers about its unpredictable currents and rapidly shifting riverbanks. Modern geology shows extensive floodplain erosion consistent with intense seasonal water surges. Hydrological models confirm snow melt-driven flooding patterns exactly matching ancient descriptions. Vipasa is identified today as the Beas River, matching both behavior and geographic location precisely. Number 3. Sutudri. Sutudri is described as broad, slow curving and reshaping land through fertile sediment deposition. Ancient texts praise it for creating rich agricultural plains rather than destructive flooding. Geomorphology confirms massive alluvial deposits laid down over thousands of years. Satellite data reveals long-term river migration patterns matching Vedic observations closely. Sutudri survives today as the Sutlej River, one of the strongest Indus tributaries. Number 4. Parushni. The Rigveda mentions Parushni during a major battle involving sudden river flooding. It is described as narrow but extremely dangerous during monsoon-driven surges. Hydrological studies confirm flash flood behavior in this river basin. Ancient flood layers align with historical timelines recorded in Vedic literature. Parushni is identified today as the Ravi River flowing through northern India and Pakistan. Number 5. Asikni. Asikni is described as dark, deep, slow-moving and heavy with powerful undercurrents. Puranic texts associate it with shadow, depth and immense water volume. Modern measurements reveal unusually high sediment loads and deep channels. Its dark appearance comes from mineral-rich Himalayan runoff and suspended particles. Asikni continues flowing today as the Chenab River within the Indus system. Number 6. Vitasta. Vitasta is praised for clear water, stable flow, and calm seasonal behavior. Ancient texts describe it as ideal for settlements, learning, and spiritual practices. Glacier-fed rivers with controlled gradients match this stable hydrological behavior. Water chemistry confirms historically low sediment concentration in this river. Vitasta is scientifically identified today as the Jhelum River in Kashmir. And finally, the river Sindhu. Sindhu is described as vast, roaring, and unmatched in power among rivers. The Rigveda treats Sindhu as the king of all flowing waters. Its description matches a massive perennial river system fed by glaciers. No other regional river rivals its scale, discharge volume, or longevity. Sindhu still flows today as the Indus River, unchanged in identity. Together, these rivers formed an interconnected ecological and climatic network. Agriculture, trade, and migration followed their seasonal rhythms precisely. Archaeology reveals thousands of settlements aligned along these ancient river paths. Many sites exist today beside dry channels confirmed through satellite mapping. This proves the text recorded living geography, not imagined symbolism. The Rigveda preserved environmental data orally with remarkable long-term accuracy. Puranas later recorded memory of climate change and river disappearance. Modern science is now decoding what ancient observers already documented. This bridges mythology, geology, hydrology, archaeology, and climate science. Sapta Sindhu was not symbolic mythology. It was physical, measurable geography. Rivers moved, dried, shifted, but human memory preserved their truth. Ancient India observed nature deeply and recorded it responsibly. These rivers shaped one of humanity's earliest advanced civilizations. Science did not disprove the Vedas, it verified them. What was once doubted is now visible through satellites. The land remembers even when rivers vanish. Sapta Sindhu still flows in sediments, maps, and memory. Understanding this reshapes how ancient knowledge is perceived globally. The Rigveda was not myth-making, it was world mapping.